Good afternoon, citizens of America. My name is Riker, leader of the...
So, it's finally time to talk about a Fatal Encounter again. I know it's been a couple months now, and I've been working really hard at trying to get things together, and I literally pulled an all-nighter to finish a movie trailer. Granted, there are a couple things I wish I could change with it now, but let me tell you, the trailer looks phenomenal. Well, for me it does. I mean, I learned a lot making the trailer. It took me a long time to do it. And even just editing the scenes I wanted to use to the trailer took a long time in itself. I have about 50 minutes put together in a rough cut of the movie, which 50 minutes is actually pretty good because the script was 56 pages long and I had to cut, 4 pages out of it in order to, within time management that we had. Because we only had 1 week to film everything with my friend Steven, who played Riker. Now, because of that week, I wasn't able to get a couple of things that I wanted to do. Now, hopefully, when he flies down next year, and he's willing to, that we're going to be filming those scenes. Like, the scenes I cut. It's not because there's plot holes or stuff that's never explained. It's stuff that could be explained better. Like some more backstory, character development, and really seeing the relationship between Riker and Nurgle from Final Confrontation. But because we were such on a time management, we didn't have time to go and film that. My friend who played the character Nurgle in my last movie, he was unavailable to film with, and because I only had 7 to 8 days to film with Steven, I just had to scrap it entirely. So there's a scene that I filmed that you see in the trailer where it's in a forest and Fennec is talking to his old friend Josh. Basically in that scene, it takes place within, again, the space between worlds. Like, we have the real world, like a purgatory type of thing, the space between worlds, which is basically a parallel to the world we live in, kind of like what spirits and ghosts live in. And then we have like heaven or hell, right? But I don't go off that kind of, how do I put it? I don't force feed religion in anyone's throats. I just kind of like playing with the thought of there being another world coexisting with ours. Kind of like parallel dimensions and that sort of stuff. But the story's not really around that. It's just kind of added in there to make someone think about what's going on. And so if we have time, we're going to be filming some extra scenes for the movie as of next year. But currently, right now, it's filmed. Just about everything is done. We have one more dialogue scene and boom, it's done. And it makes me so happy to finally say that, because there are a lot of other projects I want to work on, some including short films, other movies, and I want to get started on working on those a lot. Fatal Encounter pretty much took me the entire year. Well, I thought I'd have a whole month to film and have everything done within a month or two. Like, I planned, storyboarded, and shot listed everything that I could. I had to scrap all my storyboarding. But the point is with that, is I only thought it was going to take me during the whole summer. Like the end of August at the latest. It took me up until early December to finish getting all the shots I want and to even get enough edited to put together a trailer. And I'm really proud of that trailer. I mean, I learned a lot just by looking at it and watching it over and over again, seeing what I like about it, what I kind of don't like about it. So the only way you can learn and get better is by doing it, making yourself better. Now, we had to go back and redo some green screen filming. We filmed a news feed back in, I believe, July or August. And I had to go back and refilm some of the shots that we did that day. And it looks better than ever before. You can take a look at these pictures that I'm showing you right now. I actually got my LED lights working, and so I had more lighting, and I had a little more of an open space to work with. The only funny part with redoing the green screen filming, in order to get like that kind of purgatory feel for my trailer, kind of get that look in there, is, I was wearing a ski mask and holding a BB gun. And there was an open window in the room I reserved, because it was inside of a restaurant. Now let me tell you, if that doesn't alarm anyone from the current events that have been happening lately, that doesn't actually look pretty, It looks really, really bad, you know, kind of like the, you know what. So I had to film that really quick before I get in trouble or anything, and I did. This whole movie's been a challenge to film because of the ski masks, the knives, the guns. I even had to scrap a few scenes with the BB gun because my permit wouldn't allow it. It's not like I have liability insurance, which is something that you're going to need when it comes to having equipment on set, or maybe like your director of photography needs stuff like that. But this is a low budget movie, and I'm still learning a lot from it. I mean, learning it from doing, because I'm a hands-on learner. Now, it's not like I'm going to know all these things without being taught, or possibly just making the mistake to learn it the hard way, which is kind of what I'm doing. Because when you go to college, they're like, hey, you have storyboarding, shot list, boom mics, lighting, tons of actors. You have to have your script written. You have to film it in this way. You have to pitch your ideas. You got to make it, edit in this specific format, and boom, it's done. Like, okay, cool. How do I elevate myself to that level? I guess I'm supposed to learn how to do things this way, but what if I only have this? They never teach you that in college. So what you have to do is take things into your own hands. And as a fellow filmmaker, I understand exactly how hard that is. It's not easy, especially if you want to if you're taking money out of your own pockets to fund your own movies and stuff. It's hard, but it's fun. So after redoing those green screen filming, I did shoot inside of a photography studio, and it does look pretty cool. There's like these creepy mannequins that are that I put in there just because they were on set. And then I filmed in this corner to where it has like these hanging light bulbs. And these hanging light bulbs, I kind of wanted to represent something because they happen to be there on set, and I had an open room to film with. Granted, it echoed like crazy, and I hated that. But these hanging light bulbs kind of represent like the light going out. Like it's starting to kind of like fade into something else, like some sort of darkness. And I kind of filmed in that corner just because of the hanging light bulbs were there from someone else's photography shoot, either the week before or weeks before. I don't know. I was lucky enough to get the room and I filmed it. The only thing I hated with that is I had 3 hours to film. I spent an hour and a half setting up, 30 minutes for the dialogue, and since we had to ad-lib it because nothing of it was in my script, it did take longer to get that done. Then I only had like 45 minutes to film and choreograph the whole fighting stuff and then end it and then tear down, like clean stuff up. 3 hours is not enough to do all that. Time management is hard. Especially when you're trying to focus on lighting, bouncing light off reflective boards, and then when your lights break, yeah, it sucked. Thankfully, the fight scene is not a super big one. It was just kind of like a back-to-back fight scene between another fight going on, and then these two fight scenes come together, and they make more sense together than apart. And they're really short, but it ties into getting to that final arc near the end of my movie, where you have Rich, the secret agent, fighting a couple guys like near the end, and then you also have Fennec fighting the terrorist leader Riker in the movie. And well, it does lead up to something really cool. I kind of left the ending open, which you guys are probably not going to be able to see for like a year or more, but I'm really enjoying how it's coming along. I'm going to be taking a long break from working on the movie, and by long break I mean like a month or two at the most. I did rush a lot of things to try to get the trailer done, but I wanted to do it right. So if you haven't seen the trailer by now, by all means, what are you waiting for? It's on YouTube. I even put it on Facebook, and it looks amazing. I do have a lot of other ideas and stuff in store. But as far as Fatal Encounter goes, I will be taking a small break from it, or long break, about a month or two at the latest. So I look forward to working on other projects. One thing I like to mention before I leave with this update video, since we finished filming stuff and now it's just the editing phase and the trailer's out pretty much. Choreographing action stuff is harder than it looks. I mean, you watch a movie, it's like, oh, that's not too hard, and then you actually try to go and do it yourself, it's not as easy as it looks. I mean, if you're having like a metal, I want it to be realistic, like as realistic as possible. So I'm like, I'll just buy a real knife and I'll just dull it down like on a grinder, right? And well, it's still dangerous. Thankfully, I was the only one who actually got hurt with these dull metal knives, but there's always a risk involved. And if you plan on doing action stuff like I am, always know the risk. Like, even if you dull down an actual knife and it's not going to cut anybody per se, there's still the chance that you can get penetrated by it, you know, stabbed. And that's dangerous. Or if you clash it against your fingers or something like that, that can lead to some serious injuries. As far as like making a sequel to Fatal Encounter, when I get all that done and everything, well, let's just say that may or may not ever happen. I plan on doing one, and I really want to. I might be able to within the next 5 to 10 years accordingly, depending how far I go and all that kind of stuff. But it's basically just in the air. On another note, I mean, I did finish the movie poster. It looks great. I do need to touch it up a little bit more. There's a couple things I need to add to it, like just text and stuff like that. And I do plan on selling the poster as of next year. I don't know exactly when. It could be February, May, July. I don't know yet. But I didn't distribute the poster out to cast and crew, and there's still more cast I want to distribute it towards on my next package that I buy. And I'm still testing like how much it costs for shipping and how to make these posters and all that kind of stuff. So it's not going to be out to the public anytime soon. With that being said, if you have any questions or comments, just feel free to comment on the video, send me a message. I will get to it as soon as I can. And oh man, I'm pretty exhausted, as you can tell. I've put every waking hour I could in, every free hour I should say, into the movie, and now I'm going to be taking a good break ever since the trailer's been out, because it's the holidays and I want to do Christmas videos and other kinds of stuff too. So yeah, have a great day, guys, and I'll see you guys next time on another Fatal Encounter update, probably in March or April, sometime around then. So alright, have a great day, take care, and happy holidays.
Good afternoon, citizens of America. My name is Riker, leader of the Sacrifice for a Greater Cause. My men and I are looking to build a new society, one where only the strong and intelligent get to survive. Together, we can build a new world order.
You've got to do something, Patrick, or this is going to turn into another martial arts massacre.
Back! And what makes you think I stand a chance?
What makes you think you don't?